Hello, this is Wenqi Zhang. My team member Shu Huadong and me would analyze the financial performance of two potential investment targets, the company one and the company two, and identify the one that's a better investment choice of any. Well, the first, I would measure profitability of two companies. Here are my calculation of two companies in profitability ratio. And the graph shows information about the comparison of two companies in profitability ratio. It's clear can see the company one has higher gross profit, ROA and ROE, but lower net profit margin. Then $1 sales revenue of company one creates 0.28 gross profit, but only 0.01 net profit in 2019. And $1 sales revenue of company two created 0.25 gross profit and 0.04 net profit. Well, $1 equity used by company created 0.09 net profit is more than 0.02 of company two. And $1 assets used by company one created 0.03 net profit. It's more than $0.02 of company two. And the sales revenue declined in 2019, leading to decrease of net profit margin of company one. And the sales revenue increase in 2019, leading to increase of net profit margin of company two. Well, here are my calculation of four assets efficiency ratio. The graph shows information about the comparison of two companies in efficiency ratio. It's clear can see company one has faster inventory turnover and faster debit collection and creditor payment. Well, the company one took 45 days to sell its inventories. It's shorter 99 days of company two, and it's good for liquidity. And the company one took 5.6 days to collect the debtors from customer. It's much shorter than 67 days of company two. It's also good for maintain its liquidity. Besides, too long days debitor would lead to bad debitors to company two. The company one took 59 days of company 50 days to pay its creditors. Is shorter than 106 days of company two. It's good for maintaining its liquidity, but it's good for maintaining long-term relationship with suppliers. Besides, assets turnover of company one is 2.28 higher than 0.46 of company two. It means company could create more sales revenue by using $1 assets. Well, next will be presented by Shuhua, please.
Next, let's analyzing the liquidity of two companies. These are my calculations to the liquidity of two companies. Current ratio of company 1 is only 0.83, much lower than 2.2 of company 2. Current asset of company 2 is 2.2 times as large as its current liabilities. So its liquidity and short-term solvency are strong enough, but with consideration of retailing business nature of company 1, even if its current ratio is lower than 1, I do not believe it has any liquidity risk because its daily cash inflow is stable. Quick ratio excludes inventory and prepayment from current asset and get quick asset to cover the current liabilities. Because we also believe inventory and prepayment are not easily transformed into cash quickly. Quick ratio of company 2 is 1.5, still larger than 1. This indicates the strong liquidity of company 2, but too much liquidity so also leads to opportunity cost. Next page.
Okay.
Now let us evaluate the capital structure and the long-term solvency pressure of two companies. I choose debt asset ratio to measure the capital structure and choose interest coverage ratio to measure solvency of two companies. These are my calculation results. Debt and asset ratio of company 1 is much higher than company 2. Proportion of liabilities or debt in capital structure of company 1 reaches percent of 63, which is high. It indicates company 1 is one face here prepayment pressure, solvency pressure in long term. Beside high interest coverage ratio, high solvency to interest cost, lower investment risk of creditors. Interest coverage ratio of company 1 is also much higher than company 2. Interest coverage ratio of company 1 is 5. It means company 1 can create sufficient added 5 times as its financial cost to cover its financial cost. This solvency is strong, but solvency of company 2 is not strong. Next page. Finally, we concluded that company 1 performed better in asset efficiency, solvency, and even profitability. Its liquidity is not weak, even is lower than company 2. In addition, we also have financial forecasting to companies. Company 1 is expected to have better financial performance in next year because economy in Australia began to struggle from 2019 and will maintain this downturn due to international trade war and coronavirus disease. As a result, our recommendation to Amy is making investment in company 1. That's all. Thank you.